we're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today, where we are about to learn what I am reading in April. And if you have joined me in previous years, you will know that April, along with August, are months where I participate in a Read-a-Thon. And because of the Read-a-Thon, I choose my books a little differently in these months than I do the rest of the year. So, here's what we're doing today. For the Read-a-Thon, we create a character, and then our character goes to a school. And they choose a career that they want to follow, and to get into that career, each time that we do a Read-a-Thon, we have to read books for the courses for that career. And this time I have 4 courses, and therefore 4 reading prompts. So my reading prompts this time are to read a book with game or play in the title, to choose 3 books, write each title on a piece of paper, fold the paper, and then choose which book you're going to read by choosing a slip of paper. Prediction bingo, so I can choose any book I like, but I need to make a bingo card for it. And to select a book that I think will cure a slump. So we are going to go through what books I chose for each of those prompts, and we'll start with selecting a book with game or play in the title. What I did for this one was to type in game on the online catalog, and then look at all the books that came up for that, type in play on the online catalog, look at the books that came up with that. And I limited the selection to fiction books, and I came up with a number of choices, but I selected The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. And I selected this one because I have always wanted to read a Ruth Ware book. I have one at home that I haven't yet read, but I thought that this would get me at least reading one of her books. The next one, write 3 titles, 1 each on 3 separate pieces of paper, fold them, and then select one. So I am going to do that now. And I wrote them all on the same size piece of paper. So I have this little basket that a friend of mine made for me. We're going to mix these up. Hopefully I'm holding that high enough. So they are in there, they're mixed up. I'll hold it up higher so I can't see, and let's see what we've got. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. So my second book will be The Lost Apothecary. Next is a book that I need to create a prediction bingo for. This is not the book, but it's the same series. I'm going to be reading the Crave series by Tracy Wolff, so I will start with Crave. And then the last prompt I have is to choose a book that I think would cure a slump. And I am going to choose Obsidio, the Illuminate Files number 3, and I'm choosing this one because the first 2 books in this series were really good, and they're fun, and they're interactive, and I just feel like this series can cure a slump. So if you are having a hard time reading, this would be the perfect series to get you reading again. And for the reading for the months of the Read-a-Thon, I like to approach that as I approach school. So I don't start with one book and read that in its entirety and then go on to the next book and read that in its entirety. Instead, I start a couple or all of them all at once and then just read a little bit in each. So I don't know which will be the first book that we will be talking about, but I will be back soon with the first book for April. And just to run through what we're reading one more time: The Lying Game by Ruth Ware, The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, not this book, but Crave by Tracy Wolff, and Obsidio, the 3rd book of the Illuminate Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I'll be back very soon to talk about one of those books, and I hope that you will join me then. Until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you.